The E-Flex battery comes with a T-bolt, two of these T-bolts with a nut on the bottom of it. And the T-bolt is similar to what you would see in the racking system for a solar system. And it actually fits into a slot. There's a slot here and a slot here. There's two slots that it would actually fit into. You just put it in there and then turn it to the right and it would lock itself into place. It also comes with two of these brackets, and I think these are the floor mount brackets, and I think it just attaches here, and then you put the T-bolt inside of the slot there, and I guess you just mount that part, this part here, the top part to the wall. I didn't look at the instructions on that. The reason why I didn't look at the instructions on that is because I purchased the Flex Rack. Now the Flex Rack actually accommodates 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries. But even if you look at it, there's a lot of space in between there. So I'm running the wires up here and then through to the inverter. But with the Flex Rack, that same T-bolt that would go into the slot here, there's a slot here that allows the forgive me the shaking of the camera, but that allows the Flex Rack to mount into here so that you can actually tie it down. So I'm going to just put the Flex Rack in here and then put the screws on here, and I may have to put a washer on this because, you know, there's a bit of play there, so I may have to put a washer on here, but that's what it'll do to mount to the Flex Rack. And that's it on that right there. The Flex Rack actually is a legacy item now. It's replaced now by the Dura Rack. I like it a lot. You know, I like that it actually has the glass in the front and it shows the batteries and all that. But the Dura Rack actually is a weather proof item, or you know, it's meant to go outside. Now with this Flex Rack, I was able to purchase it with a discount because I purchased the 3 batteries and they were offering it with a discount if you purchase 3 batteries from NAS, Northern Arizona Wind and Solar. Now I actually put this on a pedestal. That's like a 2x6, and in the back here, there's a hole like this in the back. I actually put a bolt, anchor bolt through there, and mounted it to the floor. And I also put a bolt here that's going through, where is it? There, yeah, right here, that's going through here and going to the back there. And it actually is mounted to the wall there using Unistrut. So if you look down here, you'll see, get down here, you'll see, sorry about the movement of the camera. This is an actual wheel that comes with the Flex Rack, and then that's the leveler that levels out the Flex Rack, and it's similar to what you would see on a washer dryer. But then back there, you see right there is the bolt that's coming through the actual Flex Rack, and it's mounted to this cement level, this ledge here. This is about 6 inches, and so it goes through the wood and then it's mounted there. And also, again, like I said, excuse the movement of the camera, I put some lag bolts in here into the actual studs in the wall, and so it's mounted to this Unistrut using these bolts like this, using these bolts, and so it allows it to be steady in case of an earthquake or something, because I live out in California, and it's I don't want it to fall off. Not that it would, because as heavy as those batteries are, I can't imagine it falling off. The other thing that I wanted to show is I wanted to kind of hide the wires as much as possible, so I ordered these rubber grommets from Amazon, and they're pretty sturdy, pretty thick too, and it just goes through there, and I'm still working on this. So with each thing that I'm doing, it's a new process and it's new for me. But I want it to look as clean as possible. So I have to go through a few mistakes and then I figure out how I'm going to do it. And it comes with two bus bars, a negative and a positive bus bar. And it also comes with the wires to actually connect the bus bars to the batteries. I think this is a 500 amp bus bar. They're both each 500 amps. And if you can see, there's a positive in the back and then a negative in the front. If you're looking at it from the front, I'll show you on the sides over here. If I could just get around over here, you can see how it actually, this is actually the 2-aught cable that's going to the inverter. But then it has the negative post and the positive post. And these wires come with the flex rack. The positive red and the negative black that actually attaches to the batteries. They actually have this side that actually comes off. So there's a side that goes on there. I don't have it on there right now. But you can see it on this side. It's the same thing, and it has the, allows for the air to flow through. So it's the same side on that other side. So it's a pretty good item, and it's sturdy, man, it's sturdy. It took me a minute to actually drill a hole through here using my bits that I have, and they were, I ate one up, so it was like done. But these are really sturdy, well made. That's good, Fortress power. But get the Durac, but that's all you can get now. I think maybe Nas has a few more of these that would go indoors, but the Durac actually goes outdoors, and it's a little more compact. I think the batteries go side by side instead of stacked like this. And it's a bit more compact. So it'll be like two batteries here, and then there's another little two batteries there. So it probably comes up to about where, about maybe, I guess a bit, maybe about 5 feet. I don't know. But if you look at the E-Flex battery, so you can imagine 2 of those side by side, and then just above them 2 more, you would know. And like I said, it's meant to go outside. But if you could get this flex rack, it's an indoor item, and it looks nice. I like the glass. I just don't want to break it. And it also locks. I forgot to tell you that, because if you have kids coming in, you don't want them coming in there. It'll lock. It opens like that, and then you just turn it, put it in place, and lock it. The key comes out. There you go. And that, yeah, I really like it. Really like it. Well, I'm working on a battery cabinet. I'm just trying to get this flex line to go into the side of this battery cabinet, and I've been having to heat it up with this heater, and to get it to work right. So this is actually will be the negative line. I have a positive line going into the side of this cabinet here, going into the side of the cabinet there at the top. The reason why I wanted to go in the top is because coming out of this cabinet, the wires are actually going to go up here. They're going up here right now, going through this rubber grommet, protecting it from the metal, and then going across up to here, where the other panel will be, and then going into the flex line. And so this is actually the negative right here. The positive will be right next to it. And I actually have this cabinet, side of this cabinet. The negative already done. This right here is actually for the CAN bus to the wire to communicate with the batteries. And then this is the negative, and the positive be right there. But that's trying to get this thing to work right and look neat. Everything looks a mess right now. I'm going to talk to you about these battery cables and the Ethernet cables that are communicating with each battery. They allow the batteries to communicate with one another. That's different, especially with this cabinet door. But I'll tell you about that next time. Well, The Sol-Ark is up and running. The batteries are charging. And you can hear the fans on the Sol-Ark, 15K running, and that's the internet dongle. Let me see if I can get a little closer here so you can see. It's around 5 o'clock right now. I think it's 5 o'clock. This will come on 5:32. So it's barely producing anything. But it's not hooked to the actual grid. So all it's doing is pulling power from the solar, going straight over to the batteries. It's not really pushing anything in there. I click on the battery. You can see it's barely producing 56 watts. And 578 here. This is number one. Number one is, I think the tree might be blocking some of the, because of the way the sun goes down. But doing pretty good, I think, from what I can see. I'm just glad it's working. Make sure you count the right spaces for the Tigo rapid shutdown, because I had it in the wrong. I had it in 17 and 18 instead of 15 and 16. And once I got that right, the actual solar came on, which is a good thing. So, not hooked up yet. Still got to get the inspection done, but just to see this working. And I'm only going to charge the batteries up to maybe about 75%. So when it gets 3 lights, then I'll turn it off. I'm actually just going to shut down now anyway because there's no solar.